What's up guys, it's Morrany here and welcome to a new Dofus Let's Play episode on my channel. Last time we defeated Cardorum, completed the income quests and finally got to Astrup. The goal of today's episode is to beat at least 2 dungeon bosses in the free-to-play area. Hopefully more, but let's see after the intro. We directly jump in at the Sunflower Barn. There are 2 dungeon rusher quests straight at the beginning. The first one you get from Metamunch here and the other one at Belina Thumb. A pretty good way to get a ton of extra AP from just completing the dungeons, and every time you start a new one you get the key for that specific dungeon. And if you have the bunch of keys available, you can save that and use the key for later or sell it for a nice profit. The monsters in this dungeon are not super hard, especially if you run a team like me. But I have a little advice at this point for you. Try to do a challenge in each room of the dungeon. For most of the dungeons you can complete the monster achievements by running, and I think it's good to know because sometimes you have some monster which are only in a specific dungeon, and when you want to do the monster achievement afterwards you have to run the dungeon again and have to waste so much time. That's why I would recommend you to do that in one run, and you gain some nice extra XP and some nice drops and achievement points. But because the dungeon rooms are not so hard, I will catch up at the boss room. So, now we are at the boss room. If you felt comfortable with the previous rooms, you can try the dungeon achievements. Therefore, you have to kill the boss first and end your turn next to an ally. You also could do just one, but I didn't lose so much health in the previous room, so I tried both achievements in one run. The famished sunflower spawns are summoned every 3 turns. You can kill that summon without failing the challenge, so no problem at that point. Also, the boss has 500 HP, so you will need some turns to kill him, and make sure the other monsters don't come too close. So that worked pretty well for me because I have a range team. But if you run a close combat team or some close combat chars, try to exclude the boss from the other monsters, and you could also use some summons to distract them from hitting you, and especially if you have the summon control spell that that helps you to place the summons very good, and you can basically run in the position to block the line of sight or something like that. And after you defeated the Sunflower Barn, you have to talk to Metamunch again. He's now not in front of the dungeon. He is at the Astrup Inn next to the Astrup Sab. So that brings us to the level 31 on every char. At this point we have a 4 times multiplier on every char, so it's a little bit unrealistic, but especially for new players, but I hope you appreciate that I use the same accounts than my main character, so I didn't want to create 4 new accounts for this series and later sub them again, so I can just use 4 accounts for my main team and for this series team. Hope you appreciate that. Also, we get the next dungeon Russia quest for the Gobble dungeon, but before we start that, we pick up the second dungeon Russia quest at Belina Thumb. She is just one map next to the public paddock in Astrup. The coordinates are 1, -15, and here we have to defeat the SpongeBob in his dungeon, so let's meet there. So now we are at the entrance of the dungeon. The sandy castle is all about the snappers. These little fishes have pretty high resistances in a specific element. For example, the blue snapper has up to 66% water resistance. The white one has air. The green one has earth resistant, and so on. So keep that in mind. And the Clune snapper has a damage reflection spell which lasts for I think 1 turn. And so try to avoid hit him in this turn. So if you hit him, you get around 20 damage returned or something like that. But you can avoid that. As always, some music for you until we get to the boss room.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light, ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna sing my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said.
You also get 2 achievements for this dungeon. The first is versatile and the second one, I don't know the name, but you basically don't have to end your turn next to an ally. Just using the same spell just once per turn can be a little bit annoying at this stage, but it's quite doable. Just focus on the monsters first and save the boss for last, because he has a spell which recovers around 100 HP per turn. Not every turn, every 2 turns. And once you defeated him, you can go back to Belina Thumb to get your rewards and get the next dungeon quests. So we are at the end of this video and we reached level 36, what is pretty nice. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you could leave me a comment in the section below would be great. Thanks for watching and see you the next time.